Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Emma's podcast. Well, today we're having a little interesting, fun, quote unquote, and we're going to talk about marketing. Okay, and this one, I'm dedicating this one to an ode to State Farm because seriously, if you don't relate with it, watch out because you might end up where I end up with those guys. So let's get started. We're going to talk about pushy insurance companies. Yes, in today's podcast, and I did a blog about it, I'm speaking about being bullied by insurance companies. I received a call from State Farm. The reps on the phone first butcher my name, which, I don't appreciate it. If you don't know how to spell and talk about it, listen to people carefully, seriously. And I corrected her because I got a little bit irritated. But she still butchered my name again. And I'm like, what is wrong with you freaking people? So at that point, I started to be irritated. She went with my first name, which is my nickname, Emma. Her speech was when they sent me a quote for my house and car I requested. At that point, I had enough and told her I never asked them to send me or give me any quotes. I told her in a firm tone of voice to never contact me again. I got so upset that now insurance company like State Farm, which maybe we need to pay, that's why they're bullying people to go with them to pay for their cool advertising we see on TV commercials, that, point I had enough of this, and telling her I never contacted her, I never did anything like that, so they need to leave me alone, which is not very complicated. I think so, but obviously they don't give a crapola. So, without my consent on the top of it, which is very irritating, to run a quote and then contact us and give us a quote which was never requested, I felt bullied. At the same time, this person was talking to me like I contacted them. I said, what is wrong with those freaking people? If this is a new marketing technique, I found it extremely poor and misguiding, trying to get a complete stranger into buying their insurance by making an unsolicited phone call. We do not need an insurance company to bully us, nor send unwanted quotes to us. It is insulting for us, who are not asking for anything, to be pushed against the wall. It would be great if State Farm, yes, I said the word State Farm, stop this kind of technique. Consumers do not need to be pushed nor told what or whom they should buy anything from. But I found that to be a new law for them to even engage with people who have never requested anything. I got extremely irritated by it. And I'm curious to know how many people are going to complain to the FCC in this regard. We are consumers. We have right to choose who we want to do business with. We should not be bullied or harassed on the phone or via mail, okay, or email. I found that this as a new law. I believe a month ago, somebody again from freaking State Farm called me. I told them immediately, put me into the do not call list, which actually they're supposed to do legally or they can be sued. But obviously those people decided to send an allegedly quote to me. I was shocked by that. So I wrote a blog because I got freaking irritated last week when I received that call out of the blue. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? I never contacted you. And the fact that the person was engaging like I talked to them, I'm like, what the heck? And you go and check if I have a car, a donkey, a leprechaun, a unicorn in my home to be insured. How much as a violation of privacy is it becoming? Insurance company now doing this. So State Farm, and I was my beautiful Grand Duchess who's reading all of my blogs before I publish them because we have been doing it since the beginning and I absolutely love her to pieces. I am just appalled by it. And she mentioned to me that now they're receiving calls, which is appalling. And this is a new technique that needs to stop immediately for people. And And she mentioned to me, what did she say? Because I'm pulling right now her Medicare insurance do the same thing too. She received 3 phone calls a day for additional Medicare insurance. It is appalling that people are harassing us. If you're that desperate, then you know what? Declare bankruptcy, close the door, or go sell some bonbon around the block. But I found it appalling that insurance company will try to bait people of any age to get some freaking insurance or switch. I was appalled by that girl who butchered my name first, which irritated the life out of me, did not even listen to what I was saying, and continued to butcher it. Then I corrected her again, and I said, you are not saying my last name properly. I'm like, stop. Listen when I'm talking. The goal is not even to listen to us, it's to shovel something down our throat to force us to buy something we never asked for it. But the most appalling part was their script. In the fact that they're telling, oh, well, we did the quote because you never asked for it. I never asked for anything from you people. State Farm, I don't want to do business with you. I will never do business with you after being harassed. Who wants to do business with an insurance who fake and lie to your face? Because that's a lie. Oh, you requested a quote. No. I never request any quotes. So when telemarketing do this, marketing are doing this in their script, they're trying to really influence people like, oh, well, you bother us, so we did what we got to do, so you should be happy. Let's talk. No, I don't want to talk to you. If I want to change insurance, I will contact the right insurance company, the right broker. I do not want to change insurance. I've been with my insurance for over 20 years. I am happy the way I am. Back off with a big F. So calling under the false pretend and people falling into the trap, did I not? And they continue to bully people because that's what they're doing. They don't invite you to just say, oh yes, we just run a quote for you. Would you be interested? No. You contact us. So we're going to tell you what we got and you're going to switch now. This is the way they're now bullying people. So if you're caught out of the blue, because most of the time these kind of crappy calls happen when you're busy or you receive a bad news or something happened to the point that your head is not totally straight and you're listening to their crap and you're going to fall for it. And then you're like, crap, what did I just do? You know, it's like the people scamming you with the IRS or Social Security that allegedly your Social Security got blocked. By the way, Social Security doesn't block your number. You don't. But there is scam going on. At the time of the IRS, you get people, oh yes, you committed a fraud. You owe us money. And they call you out of the blue. That happens to me several years ago, actually, when Wailua was diagnosed with cancer. One of my cats was diagnosed. She has a lump. And I did not want it to make her go through chemo because I know it wasn't worth it. So I'm like, okay, you have to swallow the news. And at that time, I started to receive calls. It was a freaking Tuesday. I remember because I talked to my friend Jane. I'm like, you're not going to freaking believe me. I'm being harassed. So my head wasn't totally straight. And I'm hearing the guy. Like, this is a good one, actually. That I'm still laughing to that day. I'm sitting here. It was, August. Crap was going down left and right. It was around 2014, something like that. Nothing was working great. It's like, what the crap? And I'm like trying to gather the thought, okay, my cat's going to pass away because she has cancer, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, crap, no crap. We're going to need surgery, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, could be anything else, bad news for you, whatever. Then I received a call, then a guy yelling at me. Well, you owe money, blah, blah, to the IRS. I'm like, what the freak? I said, well, I'm like in my head, what? Well, we're going to arrest you. We know your address, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, what is going on? So I hang up. The guy called me back again. We're going to arrest you. The cops are on their way. And I'm like, oh, great. I said, well, you know what? I'm just down the street from the cops. So why don't I just go walk over there and I'm going to save you time. And I hang up for a month. On every freaking Tuesday, they were calling me because they were trying to get money for allegedly not paying the taxes. And I'm like, what the heck? So I went online. First, I'm freaking out for a minute. I'm like, what the heck? Again, situation where your head is not only straight on your shoulder, you have enough stress, you don't need this crap. This happened. So I went online. Because I verify everything. I'm like, you telling me this? I'm going to see this again. I went and I discovered because the FCC you report everything to the FCC as well because this is how you do your thing. And I discovered other chat as well where people were saying the same thing. They were called at 8, 7 o'clock or 8 in the morning, freaking out because out of the blue they were telling them that they did not pay their taxes, they will be arrested, blah, blah, blah. So I very quickly realized it was a scam. So I did not fall for it. Well, a lot of people, unfortunately, fall for this kind of crime because they target specific people. So they can go into like Indeed and other job board, pick up your phone number, search you, and find who you are and start to scam you. This is how they get their information. Or on LinkedIn. Either way, information is available. This is how they get you. So I had to deal with this crap for a month. Seriously. I was like, what the heck? Why are you harassing me? So every Tuesday afternoon, I was receiving a freaking call. Then I ignore most of the time. But it was like, what the heck? Then later on, there was another day where my head wasn't totally screwed and my head is there because I had a lot of things in my head, walking with my dogs. And also then I'm receiving, and it was more of a robot call. So, on Google, you can personalize your call. And again, your social security number got blocked, blah, blah, blah. You need to go and verify, press 1. I'm like, what the freak? I'm like, first of all, the social security number is never blocked because they don't block that number. What is wrong with you? And this was, again, to obtain the social security number so they could commit a fraud, impersonate you somewhere else, get a loan, whatever they wanted to get. So it was like, what the heck, people? Seriously. So this was the headache at the end of the day. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Now, this with State Farm and Medicare insurance, what the heck is going on with you people? Pretending then we contacted you, which we never done that. And continue to make us believe that, we're on a quote for your house and your car. Who in the hell asked you to do that? Seriously. That is to me appalling. I got so irritated by this individual. I am appalled by State Farm who are putting now and bullying people and said, well, we'll send you the quote. I don't give a crap if you sent me gold into my mail. You are not welcome to harass me on the phone. I asked several times and I am on a do not call list and you're still harassing me. What is wrong with you? And you have a great commercial. Oh, yes. Whatever name as State Farm is here with his t-shirt and everybody give him and like him. Well, guess what? If you have to pay for your freaking commercial to cost you millions of dollars, go and do something else. But don't bully people. I can guarantee I will never be a customer of State Farm. Never in my entire life until my last breath. I will never be one. When you bully people on the phone, pretend then we were in communication, which has never been in communication with you because I told you to stop to call and leave me alone. That's where you cross the line. That is harassment. Bullying, harassing people to get some of your product. And I do not want to do business with you. This is the kind of practice that should stop immediately. Because what you're doing is bullying people by forcing them against their will to purchase something they never asked for. And I'm pretty much sure out of 10 people, 4 are falling through your trap. I'm not one of them. And that needs to stop immediately. So whomever is listening to this, pass it on to State Farm because bullying the way you did is, to me, unethical. And if it's a new way, and you got away with that, then there should be a legislation to regulate you people in the freaking insurance world. Because you should not be calling people, and you're the only one who has done that, all right? So you must be desperate at this point, State Farm, to get your buck. And I do not want to be one of your customers. You do not bully me. I choose who I want to do business with. And you're not one of them. I found that unethical and appalling. And if you're using this kind of scam to get people, you should be sued for that. Anyone who call under the false pretend, then we do business, we've been in communication, and you wasted your time, because this is what it felt like with that girl. For the 10 second, 20 second I spoke with that girl, it felt like I wasted her time because, oh my God, I asked for something. I never asked for a quote. I don't give a crap if you send me a quote via the mail because I can guarantee I don't open that mail. It goes straight to the shredder or I burned it. Because I have a great fireplace, I'm going to burn and roast some marshmallow with it. But I will never open a freaking thing from you guys or from any insurance. So you need to stop this practice. And that is unethical in my book. As I said, I'm all riled up today. I've been crying about my friend Jay. I am not crying anymore. I'm on a war path because this is unethical. I'm curious to know how many people have received those kind of calls and not knowing, my God, I might not, or I feel bad because they did a quote for me, so I wasted their time. No, you did not. No. This is a trap. This is baiting. This is baiting people. Make them feel bad. Bullying them. I don't like to be bullied. At all. And that was horrible. And that girl, can't even say the word digallo. Or digallo. No, it's not. Spanish. It's freaking Italian. And it's not gallo, it's digallo. All right? The DI is not fancy when we want to say it. It's part of my last name. The poor girl could not even listen for a minute. When I corrected her, I said, first of all, it's not digallo, it's digallo. Oh, gallo? No, it's not. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? You can laugh because that's funny, actually. But I got irritated. I'm like, what the freak is wrong with you people? But that technique of marketing is not a marketing technique. It's bullying. So I'm sorry, but we are not into, what do you call it? I was ready to use the word communist. Oh, yeah, we're not in a communist country. We're not under dictatorship. So you back off. You back off with harassing people. And when we ask you, do not call again, put me on a do not call list. Legally speaking, that person at the end, customer service, is required to report it immediately. That's part of the law. So when we're saying to you, back off, do not call again, put me on a do not call list, it is the law, people, including you, State Farm. So stop calling. Stop sending some stupid mail that's going to end up in the trash because I don't give a crap. And I can guarantee right now, if you want to pay for your commercial that costs you so much money, go find something else. Go put a stand outside or a lemonade stand and maybe people will pay for it. But don't come back here and get us out of the blue bullied by you for forcing us to buy some of your crappy insurance. Seriously. I don't want to buy any of your insurance, State Farm. I'm happy where I'm at. I never ask you for a quote. I don't want a quote from you. I don't want to hear from you at all. At all. You're that desperate to do business? Again, put a lemon stand outside and go and make some lemonade. I'm sure people will buy it. Not a problem. Put 2 girls on the front of it or kids. That sells very well. That's what they do to kids. Go and do the same thing. Work with the Girl Scout or the Boy Scout. They maybe teach you how to do business. But stop harassing people. And the worst part, insurance for Medicare, targeting senior citizens, shame on you. What is wrong with you? You're that freaking desperate? Then you try to harass citizen people who don't need to be harassed. They don't want anything. Back off. Back off. Seriously, now you got me all excited. I hope this could be a good lesson for any businesses. You don't go and harass people. You don't force people. You don't bully people. Because sooner or later, you will be sued. Your technique will never put you on the top of your market dominating position. You are nothing else than a low life that nobody wants to do business with. Because I guarantee if you attempt to do this, then they will switch. They will stay for a while, but you're going to lose a lot of customers because you tricked them. You tricked them to take something they didn't want it to start with. And you should be ashamed. Big time. So, for State Farm, the Medicare World Insurance, stop calling, stop harassing, stop to put some quotes, nobody asked you to do it, and leave us alone. You cannot make your $1 million for this month? Too bad. Go sell some lemonade, put a lemonade stand. Even in Minnesota, we could have a frozen lemonade stand right now. It's fine. People will go and buy it. I'm sure if you got all of the people who help you for the commercial State Farm and stand here, people who will do a line and want to get a picture. Put a $5 in there, you can make your money. but stop harassing us. We do not want to do business with you. That is very loud and clear this time. So, this was my podcast for today. I know, I'm just fired up because I'm appalled by what they pulled. I'm appalled by the technique and their scripts. I'm a business architect. I do this for a freaking living. And I will never build a script that will bully people. And that to me is the most appalling, aggressive, unethical script I have heard in a very long time. It seems like maybe you hired one of those hackers who pretend to be part of the IRS to get money. I have a feeling you probably went and did that. You found out who they were and you hired those people to write you scripts, because this sounded like exactly the one from the IRS or the fake one for the Social Security that was allegedly blocked. This is in the same lineage. Shame on you, people. Shame on you. And for people who are listening to this, do not fall into the trap. If you're happy with your insurance company, stay with them. Like a friend of mine said, if you don't know the number, don't answer. That's exactly what you should be doing, and block those numbers. So, all my love, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.
Emma's Universe Podcast.